everybody, my name is Liz, or Main Rebel, here on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok. And I know that I haven't posted much in quite some time, and that's just because I've been posting mostly on Instagram and on TikTok, and I'm kind of ready to upload another video. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm going to refresh my hair and my extensions. I'm also going to be adding a touch of Valentine's Day hair in there, and I'm also going to be adding hair tinsel with K-tips. So that's what we're going to do today. Let me show you what is going on. It's already 4 p.m. and I'm not going to put myself through bleaching out my roots right now, even though I would like to. It's okay. I'm just going to refresh these roots. And what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to do anything else here. What I've been liking is doing these roots this like hot purple pink. When I wash it out, all the color rinses out and it gives me this beautiful baby pink. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the extensions, except the extensions need a touch up on the tips. This hair is so raggedy. This is the last time I'm gonna use it. I'm actually waiting for new hair to arrive. It should be here in a few days. I'm also going to attempt to make little hearts on these extensions. These are tape-in, and then one of these is a clip-in, and I'm also going to be adding in some hair tinsel. Normally I would do my color in here, but I've broken the mirrors that I usually put back here, and the one you see over there is just too far. So I've made like a makeshift station for me to put my color on where I can actually see, because I'm also blind. So we're going to go over there.
Here's a little before of my super faded hair, and for today's formula we are using Exoplanet by Pulp Riot. I'm using an entire tube because I'm going to be using this shade for everything. First, I'm going to start by doing my roots. First I split it down the middle, and then I split it up into quarters, and I'm only putting this on my roots about maybe 2 to 3 inches down, and I'm kind of leaving a little bit more blonde towards the front, and I'm doing diagonal back sections so it's brighter around my face. I've used various shades of pink when doing this look, but because my roots are so dark, I'm going with the darkest pink that I have, and this is it. And this one also runs so much when you wash your hair, so I want that excess pink to dye my ends. While my color sits, I'm going to do literally everything else, starting with washing my extensions and putting on a clear gloss by REDKEN shades. I swear these glosses have been the holy grail to getting my hair back to very good health, because it seals the cuticle, it conditions, and it can also eliminate and smooth frizz, which is why I'm going to put these on my extensions today. The only thing to remember before glossing is that make sure the hair is either dry or very towel dried. Because this is a multi-step project, I'm going to apply my gloss and make sure that they're fully saturated, and I'm going to let it sit until I have time to rinse these out. In this case, they probably sat with this clear gloss for at least an hour. So while my clear gloss sits, I'm moving on to creating my heart stencils. I was actually looking for like a sponge of some kind, and I came across these silicone molds at the Dollar Tree, and I thought that they would be perfect because it came with 2 sizes of hearts, which I do end up utilizing. I went ahead and got these tiny little scissors and basically just carved out the heart, and it also had these little ridges, so I went ahead and cut that off too, so this could lay really flat on the extensions. I just went ahead and I grabbed some old paintbrushes that I had. I got my extension and I laid it as flat as I could. Simply placed the mold on top. Now with this mold, I had to make sure I was holding it down because it was sliding a bit. And some of these came out really good, but I took it upon myself to give it more of a heart shape by accentuating its peaks and the little curves at the top. Also, I forgot to mention that I am using tweezers to remove the mold because some of the hairs like to pick up and move around when you are removing the mold. So I added hearts to all the 3 extensions that I had shown you earlier in this video, and these are going to be pink really, really soon.
So I just finished rinsing these out and they are so soft compared to what they were before. So I'm really excited about that.
So now it's time to do the extensions. I'm going to dip dye them. And the first thing you want to do when you're dip dyeing is get a bowl of hot water and mix your formula in there really, really good. And I like to grab my extensions, pinch them at the very tip and just tease like maybe 50% of the hair up. So I only color the tips and then it gives you like a really, really nice blend. So I do that with all of my tracks. I love this method because it is literally so fast. I just go ahead and I dip the tips as much of it that I want to be pink and it immediately sucks up the color. And I do kind of like squeegee off some of the color because if you don't do that, sometimes those little color balls might stick to the hair. And if you don't run them down and blend them with your fingers, you're going to get these really, really dark spots that you don't like. I'm also using them to my advantage down here at the tips to make the ends brighter than at the top. So once I have everything down, I'm going to brush them out and rinse them with cold water. I'm not even going to shampoo because I already shampooed these before. So I'm just going ahead and rinsing in as cold water as I can. I honestly didn't even let them process for more than like 15 minutes. They're pretty instant when it comes to dip dyeing. So moving on to a color bath, I'm going to refill the sink with hot to warm water and I'm going to use the excess color that we just used for the dip dye and I'm going to pour it into the water into the sink and I'm going to avoid these color balls at all costs by stopping them with my brush. If those little balls get on the color that you're trying to dip dye, you're just going to have these splotchy pieces everywhere. So I'm dunking my entire set of extensions. And this color started to take really, really quickly, but because I dunked such a large portion of hair in, the inside of it didn't fully take. So I decided to split the bundles up into 2 so they could be fully saturated. And I basically just did this until I predicted the shade that my own hair was going to be once I washed it, and just hope for the best. So I'm also gonna rinse out these cutie patootie tape-in extensions. They came out so good. And I'm running this under cold water. I'm not scrubbing and I'm also not shampooing. And immediately once I'm done rinsing this out, I'm gonna dunk some of that pink water left over that we have so I can make those extensions pink as well. I was actually pretty shocked how little color ran when I was rinsing out those hearts.
Okay, it's finally time. I'm finally gonna wash out my hair. I blow dried all of my extensions. This is what they're looking like all together. They look pretty good. Yay, okay, so this is what my hair is looking like after. It got so pink. But luckily it does match the extensions.
Okay, we're finally at my favorite part, the tinsel, the final step. I'm making my own K-tip tinsel with my heat tool and my powder, and I'm gonna size them to my liking. I prefer them teeny tiny. You can do them whatever sizing that you'd like. If you want to learn how to make these kind of K-tips along with tape-in and beaded and hand-tied installs, you guys should definitely look into my hair tinsel master course. I'm going to link it in the description. I teach you how to price it, all the tools that you need so you can make hair tinseling your side hustle. And you even get a certificate and you guys can start making some real cash. Okay, moving on. So I'm getting the tape in and I'm adding it to my extension and I'm simply just placing it right on the top and I'm going to seal it underneath with a single-sided tape. Not all tape-ins require thermal heat to seal, so today I'm only using my clamp. And I'm going to continue on with a few more pieces of tinsel, and that is literally it, you guys. We have come to the end of this video. 5 hours later, this is what you get. What do you guys think? And this concludes our video today. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on TikTok. And I promise I'm going to try and post more videos here on YouTube. But anyways, thank you guys. Bye.